An urgent message from former U.S. President Donald Trump has drawn global attention. He issued a strong demand to the government of Nigeria, calling for an immediate end to what he described as the brutal murders of thousands of Christians across the country, warning that failure to act could lead to serious consequences. In a post shared online, the former president stated, quote, "The USA will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria, and may very well go into that now disgraced country, guns blazing, to completely wipe out the Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible atrocities." Trump's message comes amid growing international concern over continued violence targeting Christian communities in northern and central Nigeria, particularly by extremist groups such as Boko Haram and ISIS West Africa. One survivor of that violence is Paul Adamu, a Nigerian Christian who was kidnapped by Boko Haram 2 years ago while traveling to the airport to meet colleagues on his way to Kenya. He was held captive for 12 days, enduring threats and isolation before finally being released. Damu's story is one of thousands. Over the years, Boko Haram and other militant groups have abducted hundreds of men, women, and children, forcing young girls into marriage or religious conversion, and leaving entire villages destroyed. In response to Trump's remarks, the president of Nigeria released an official statement saying that the characterization of Nigeria as religiously intolerant does not reflect the nation's reality. The statement emphasized that the Nigerian government is making consistent and sincere efforts to protect freedom of religion and belief for all citizens. But many on the ground tell a different story. Christian communities in Nigeria continue to face relentless attacks. Churches have been burned, and rural areas remain under constant threat. Human rights organizations and church leaders have described the situation as a silent genocide, where entire Christian populations are being displaced or exterminated with little intervention from the authorities. Paul Adamu says that Nigeria has become, in his words, the worst place in the world to be a Christian. He describes waking up every day to the sound of gunfire and the news of massacres. He's seen women crying for their husbands, children orphaned overnight, and parents mourning the loss of their sons and daughters. He says, quote, "This is not propaganda. This is reality. People are being killed and slaughtered every single day. Despite the persecution, faith remains strong among many Nigerian Christians. Churches continue to meet, often in secret, and humanitarian groups are working quietly to deliver emergency aid, food, and shelter to displaced families. Paul says that their hope and strength come from one belief, that Christ still loves them, even in the darkest times. As violence continues, world leaders and faith-based organizations are calling for greater international action, not just statements but concrete steps to protect those at risk. Observers say the United States could use diplomatic pressure, targeted sanctions, or conditional aid to urge Nigeria to strengthen security in regions plagued by terrorism and to guarantee religious freedom for all citizens. Meanwhile, the people of Nigeria continue to live under the shadow of fear and uncertainty, hoping that the world will not look away. For millions of Nigerian Christians, survival has become an act of faith. Their courage in the face of persecution stands as a powerful reminder that even in the darkest night, hope still burns.